think it's fair to say Gainsborough Trinity probably the best team that's come to Broadhurst part of the season.
Yeah, they did well. 4 attempts on target, 27% possession over the course of a game. They took the chances. They were big, they were disciplined, they were organised. But people say stats don't mean anything. But I think the way we played over the course of the game, how we haven't got anything out of the game is criminal. But sometimes you don't get what you deserve. And probably last week we were hanging on to 3 points and probably didn't deserve 3. Today we definitely deserve 3. 7 shots on target, 10 shots off, 512 completed passes to their 220. Some of the football was mesmeric. We didn't take our chances. We created clear-cut opportunities. Could we defend better? Yeah, for all 3 goals. They're all avoidable. You come up against good sides. The top of the league today, and they've gone top of the league because they've taken the chances and we haven't. And it's an unhappy dressing room because we know that if the goals were dealt with better, their goals, then we would have won the game. We were far superior in the football, with the football. Without the football, I don't think they had an answer for us. The first half. But listen, good sides grind it out and win football games, and Bishop's got a good side there, and I'm sure they're going to take some stopping. But there's a lot to be pleased about for us tonight. I know that the result's going to sting, and people are going to be disappointed, as am I, as are they. But some good football on show, and we've just got to keep the positives. Keep to our DNA, keep doing what we're doing, and I'm sure over the course of the season, then that style of football will win more games than we draw or lose.
Yeah, I mean, it was noticeable today that I can't think of a single time where we pumped the ball forward. Every single ball was played low and meaningful. And you could tell, basically there was so much good play. The first half just flew past for me. We just couldn't believe how quickly 45 minutes went.
A lot of play came on the right-hand side. The movement off De Grucci, Gribbin, it was exceptional. Linney, Woollerton joining in, Griff coming out, changing play. We were brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. Connor, his debut popping up in little pockets. We were excellent. We were absolutely excellent when we had no answer to why we weren't winning the game or kind of in the game. I know we were a goal down, but that's the disappointing thing, that when you are playing so well, that's that ruthlessness that I talked about, that nastiness, that edge that you've got to have. And we've missed chances that we shouldn't miss. We shouldn't miss. Kid makes a great save off Gribbs. Connor should score on his debut from 6 yards. Riggs probably wants one. Finch should hit it first time. There was chances there, but we didn't take them. And top sides take the chances. And then not hang on, but they hang on. We didn't hang on last week against Rylands, and today we've come unstuck. And we haven't played well. But the fans' reaction at the end of the game was pleasing. Everyone's saying that how well we've played, and we have. And we want to play good football, but we also want to win football games, and we haven't done that today or last week, so we're disappointed.
Yeah, obviously the goal came in about 15 minutes for them. Basically, the ball bounced off somebody at the back of somebody and just landed nice and fallen, leaving Levercombe unsighted.
Yeah, we switched off. We've got to press the ball better. We've got to stay with our men and our runners, and you've got to expect the unexpected. And you don't switch off. You don't come off your man. And the second goal is we've got to be stronger physically in a key area. And the third goal, we vacate what we talk about, our defensive square. We're the 6s and 7s. We go gung-ho. At the time, we've just got ourselves back in the game. The ball comes down the side of CJ, and Dan makes the decision to come and try and narrow the angle, and the lads finishes it superbly. And then you lose, then you're losing, and people are looking around at each other, going, how have we lost? And that's a disappointing thing. And today wasn't a gamble, Tim, as such, but I decided to leave out, experienced players in Potts and Ennis, and play with youth and energy, and that worked. It worked, but then there's times in the games where you need that experience, and sometimes, as well as your Donners and your Griffs have done, they're probably not as vocal as your Potts and your Ennises, and sometimes you wish you could drag 2 on and put 2 off, and take the other 2 on and put the other 2 off, and I just thought the last 20 minutes we didn't give up. That's the wrong saying, but we didn't. We went into our shells, and it was a tough one to take. And maybe with experience you don't do that. But listen, we're making decisions, and lads are tired. Lads need rest. But they'll come again. They'll come again. Likes of Ennis and Potts who've been rested, they'll come again. And we've just got to keep going until we get the ingredients right.
Yeah, when you made the substitution on 61 minutes of going on, and then you see him on the score sheet on 62 minutes, you thought, right, this is it.
That's the plan. Doncaster's come in from West Mids and Chorlton, and he's finding his feet. And the last couple of games, he's really beat himself up for not playing as well. And I said to him before he'd come on, that's why we left him on the bench today. Just play free, like a free spirit. If you hear a couple of oohs and ahs around the ground, which you're going to do, just don't process it. Just do what you do. You're an excited talent, and he did. Came on, took his goal great. Like I said, Griffin played it through and superb finish. And it could go 2-2. He gets another one and it's the bar, and you can feel the ground, and probably we go and win it from them, but we don't. And then we switch off from with our shape. And like I said it last week. Sometimes you haven't got a joystick from the side, and you can't control plays. They made that decision, but we encourage mistakes, so we're certainly not going to berate them or beat them with a stick or hang them out to dry. It's a mistake, and we move on from it. And that's why, that's what they're doing. Why they're doing what they're doing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We're all learning. I'm sure that dressing room will bounce back. They will do. They're a good side. They're a good set of lads, and we've got to put the wrongs right against them Tuesday, and go to Stafford next Saturday in another really tough game where we know that we've got to deal with a missile of a throw in, and we've got to defend for our lives. But there's goals, so we'll go there in positive spirits.
Yeah, I think you put in sort of half-time thing. The only thing we could have done differently is just finish our chances.
Which we should have come in 4 up. We should have done. That's not even a. People might look at that. If you look back at the game, look at Gribbins, look at Connors, look at Regan's. Just look at the chances, and them lads know that they should score. But that's okay because they're in good areas, and they haven't done today. But Regan scored 20, and Callum's on the score sheet, and young Connor will score for us. So that's all right. They don't score, but on another day we could be 3 or 4 up and against the league leaders. But you're looking at the table at half time, and they've gone top. Shields are drawing with Stafford 0-0 at the time, and you're thinking, how are we getting beat to top of the league? But we have, and that's why they're top of the league. And that's why we are where we are. But we've seen now that if we can develop the consistency, there's nothing to fear. We respect everybody. We beat Shields now, and we've beat. We could have beat Gainsborough today with Matt Lock, your Warrington, your Morpeth. They're all good games of football, but we can go toe to toe with anybody. What we've got to do is, when we go toe to toe, we get the points and not be the Neely men and say, we played well, but we haven't got points, because that won't be good enough excuse at the end of the season if we're not in the playoffs, and that's where we want to be.
Okay, looking forward to the Manchester Area Cup on Tuesday. Obviously, we're playing Windsor Town. It's going to be an interesting challenge because they're going to be very hungry, aren't they?
Yeah, of course. They're going to want to beat us. Massive scalp in Manchester. But I'm going to be true to my word, and lads are going to get minutes again. And Jan sat down, and Ennis has sat down, and Guy sat down, and Grant sat down today, and there's been lots of it. But we've got a good squad, and we'll keep people fresh and hungry. And when we get the ingredients, when we find that settled, if you will, 11, they can go back to back and back to back and back to back, and start finding the legs after their injuries, etc. Then we'll see where we're at. But there's a long way to go yet. People say FC come good after Christmas. We've been good before Christmas, and we're right in the mix. No one's pulling away. We've got beat today, we've got beat last week, but other teams are slipping up as well. We're right in the mix. We're not going anywhere, and we'll keep giving teams a really good, really good game of football. And I'm sure that if we keep, like I said earlier in the interview, if we keep to our DNA, if we keep to our game plan, if we keep to the way we play, then we'll win games of football, and we'll put smiles on people's faces, and we'll be in the playoffs at the end of the season. And if we're not, I don't know what we'll do, because that squad in there is capable of doing what they want this season. But the fans got right behind them today. They're brilliant, young, hungry set of lads, and they'll come again. We'll take today. We'll be disappointed, but I'm chuffed that I've got that group of lads in that dressing room, and some of the talent. Like I said, Callum Gribbin. I could just watch him. I could watch him, and Linny, and they're playing for this club. But we'll be fine. We'll bounce back. We'll congratulate Gainsborough today. Wish them all the best for the season. We'll see them at their place, and we'll move on.
We've not spoken since we brought him. Connor Stanley joined the club yesterday. Can you tell us a little bit more about him and why you brought him in?
Yeah, so he's had a short career already at United, Burnley, Atalanta last season. Now at Bolton. He's gone on loan to Bamber Bridge. He's done really well. I think he's scored 3 and 4. Love what I see of him. He's a type of winger that I like to have on my books. He's direct. He's tricky. He's sitting in pockets today. He's done really, really well. He's exciting, and it's another option for us. And if Dante or if Connor or if Callum or if Regan, whoever it is, there's all options. There's people behind him, but he's a really good player, and he's going to love his time here. And he'll be disappointed he hasn't won today. He'll be disappointed he hasn't scored. But he's glad he's here. We'll look after him. Bolton are, believe in what we do, and they're pleased with his development. So I'm sure the fans will get to see a lot more of him and become a little favourite. And hopefully the 28-day loan we can extend and keep him like we've done with the other lads.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously we're also as part of the deal. We've got Bolton coming to here for a friendly on the 20th
it's exciting.
December, which is going to be a great fixture. The thinking behind that?
Just got really good links. Natalie Atkinson, our CEO, and myself were invited down to Bolton. We watched the B team play against Preston North End. They made us feel really welcome. We got to meet, Ian Everett, who we know from our days at the Barrow and when we played him. But I know Matt Craddock, who used to be at North End, and he had our Jack, and he's there now. He manages the B team. We've got really good links there, and we hadn't probably formed that relationship with Bolton. We have with Wigan, Preston, Fleetwood, Blackburn, and so on, Doncaster, Burnley, but we haven't with Bolton. And they were impressed. They listened to us. They came to see us what we did, and they said, "Listen, we'd love to bring a side down here. It's a World Cup, so they're going to bring a really strong side here." And it's a game where in that week we haven't got a game for a week, and it's better than training. It's good to have a test and a good opposition, and a good opportunity for fans to get the football fix. So it's that relationship. We keep building them. People are trusting us. Bolton were here today. I'm sure they'll be pleased with the way we played and the way Connor's done. But as all football games, there's a winner or a loser, or they make a draw. Today we're the losers, and we've just got to put arms around each other and go again on Tuesday night. Get each other.
We're an FCA to go out to play. We're an FCA to go out to play. It's 3 o'clock on Saturday. We don't work for Sky Sports anymore.